Hey, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be using some epoxy resin in my wood turning project, but this will be a very large departure from how I've used epoxy resin in the past. Usually it's to accent the overall design of a piece that I've worked on. It's never really been the primary feature. I just kind of included it in different parts of projects to accent the natural beauty of the wood that I was working with. And I'll put a link down in the description to my playlist of some of my prior resin projects. What makes this turning different than most of the projects I've done in the past with epoxy resin is that the resin will actually be kind of the featured component of this turning. The core of this that you saw earlier in the video is a Walnut Burl that I was lucky enough to be gifted. And after having to hit it with a power washer and get most of the dirt and grime out of it, because apparently it had been sitting in a creek for a while, it turned to be the point where I didn't think it'd be safe just to turn it by itself. The wood was kind of weak and somewhat rotted in sections. So I decided to do a complete submerged resin casting, which is certainly unique to my channel. So here you'll see me presented going through the steps of encasing this burl in some aqua tinted resin inside of a pressure pot to make sure it cures without any bubbles. And then once it's out of the pot, I can move it over to the lathe and kind of continue on with regular wood turning. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also the ring notification bell so that you'll never miss out on our unique content. Doing so will help our channel grow, and YouTube will recommend it to a wider audience. It's much appreciated.
got a work in progress here, which is a Walnut Burl Aqua Epoxy Resin bowl. So this has been sanded down to 220, and why I actually order some 320 and up grit sandpaper. Let's throw some mineral spirits on here and see what this looks like. Put the lathe on a really low speed. So this is what this will eventually look like when it's finished. That is pretty cool.
Okay, everybody, what do you think? This being my first bowl where the resin was, I guess I would say, again, a featured component of the turning and not just an accent to the design. This ended up using somewhere around like $80 of resin to fill in all the voids and so forth. But I think this thing turned out pretty cool. It sort of looks like maybe an earth. So I'm kind of calling this the Pangea bowl, which refers to the earth prior to its formation of all the major continents, but it's kind of like weirdly a earth-looking sphere. So tell me what you think. Should I maybe continue to make bowls using more resin? I do like how this turned out. Thanks, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.